Go crypto investing and some more fallout of the 2022 cryptocurrency uh, disaster that unfolded. That was predicted by old Vincenzo. Bell notification to get the yearly predictions, seasonal predictions, micro and macro time frame predictions. As we had 2022, the year cryptocurrency nearly died. And we told you as bankruptcies and liquidations in Chapter 11, 7s, and all the other chapter bankruptcies that were going to take place, major companies were going to go down, and people were going to be sued. Influencers were going to be sued. People like Majinski here, the former founder of Celsius that was promoting last year where Peter Schiff exposed them live on Kitco News, where he was promoting 8.5% yield that you could get was all a fraud and a Ponzi scheme, and now New York is now just like a few other people are starting to be sued, influencers, after the debacle. New York sues Celsius Network founder Mashinsky, alleges crypto fraud. Alleges, yeah, there's plenty of fraud. You'd have to have your head up your ass. And old Vincenzo was warning about these type of things back then. New York, January 6th, bell notification, like the channel, subscribe, and share. As we have our road to 10,000 subscribers and followers starts with you, yes, you, my beautiful listeners out there in the YouTube and social media sphere, as we aim to educate and inform. New York Attorney General on Thursday sued Celsius Network founder Mashinsky, claiming he defrauded investors out of billions of dollars in digital currency, which he did. But it's up to those billions of people that put that, or billions of dollars with the people that put that billions of dollars into this company to do their own due diligence and to understand and to have some foresight and thought and critical thinking skills that this country and this world has now gone the way of a lost art, the critical thinking, as there is no more critical thinking in schools and higher education. It's all groupthink, right? Group talk, group think, group this, group that. There is no critical thinking anymore. It's frowned upon. And that's what happened with these people. The sheep got led to the slaughter, and in this case, it was the financial crypto slaughter, where they were fleece heisted and shysted out of their hard-earned fucking money, right? Oops, let me do a little bit of this real quick. Get that out of there. But they were fleece heisted and shysted out of their fucking hard-earned money. Benjamin Ali, a lawyer for Machinsky, said in an email Friday, Machinsky denied these allegations. Of course he would, as he's going to be a man on the run. Man on the run. Because that's where Mashinsky's going to be. And this is only going to get worse. You can read this article out of Reuters, which I highly implore you to do, to be educated, to sidestep and sniff out snake oil salesmen like Mashinsky and the FTXs, Sam Bankman-Fried to the world, right? And dissect their scheme, right? And if we take our morning look at the Bitcoin price, because this is our morning update, getting out a little bit later today, I was in a mad scramble to get to the old office today on time, which was achieved 2 minutes early. So we're doing this on our morning union break that the union fellows get. And since I have no Wi-Fi here, I can't get on my laptop, so I'm taking a union break alongside them. But you can see the XRP price is still sitting in the weekly time frame. We're in a weekly green candle, and this is very important. See that? We haven't had a whole lot of weekly green candles since the great dump back there that initiated in early November, right? And through November, we had a couple of brief green candles here, and it tanked. And now we have working on our second monthly green candle after we had a green December. We're trying to get a green January. And if we can do that and sustain another green candle, that could mean in the monthly time frame, we might try to work our way up here, even in the daily time frame as we go up and down 10 or 15 or 20%. If we can hold this last half of January, as we're working our way through 2/3 of the way through it now, if we can hold the last third of January in a green candle, that might mean in February we have a hyper big green candle, something like that. See that? We might be working on something like that, just like we did back here. And then we could shoot up here real quick, but then that would probably be a quick reversal. So we're going to pay attention to see if we can't keep these green candles in the monthly time frame as we move over our critical 37 cents, our underneath support at 32-ish cents, move them into the current time frame. And then if we go out to the daily time frame, you can see we're having a consolidation in the daily time frame, which is normal after a big pump. You start to consolidate sideways. The volume starts to come down a little bit. The moving average is 200 and the 50, the short term and long term. And if you looked at the Bollinger Bands, that's all the Bollinger Bands are going to do. It's going to show you a squeezing range down the Bollinger Bands because you got a parallel running in the daily time frame. Long-term moving average and a short-term moving average is leveled off along with the medium range moving average, and they're all squeezing the price now as it's waiting for the volume to come back in. And it's either going to be a break-up volume, and on a break-up, you look for it to step up into the step-up pattern on top of the 200-day up around 43 cents. If the volume comes down, you would look to retest this critical 37 cents, right? So that's what we're watching out for. Break up, get above the 200 in the daily. Break two, it gets below the 50 and on the bottom side of that 37 cents, and that's what we're looking at in the short-term daily technical analysis in the XRP price. And if we look at Bitcoin price in the daily time frame, we have more of an up and sideways consolidation after we had this beautiful in the daily time frame, this nice build up. You see that nice build up where the green candles are just slowly increasing and angling up as the volume was ever so slowly coming in. And then as soon as we seen that big volume spike, the buyers came in, the price pumped up. But now we're getting that sort of sideways consolidation that usually when we get these sideways consolidations like this after a pump with the volume coming down, usually that means we're about to do something like this and retest lower support before another move up. And that is option one right there, right? You do something like that, and that's very plausible, and that's something we're going to be watching out for. Or option two is you squeak up into this channel and you just form this big rising channel like that, right? Move that into, say, yellow, and then eventually you would ride that up and then come down in the same fashion, right? So either way, you're going to retest the 19,000 at some point. It's either you come up first and then come down, or you come down first and then go up. And that's what we're going to be watching in the very short term in the Bitcoin price in the daily time frame and the swing trading time frame. And we'll keep you up to date as let me know down below what coins you want to hear from next. Peace and love to my beautiful audience.